Montgomeryville Nissan's Fall Frenzy sales event is on,
and you're invited to get a crazy good deal.
Sell them!
Like a new 2016 Nissan Altima leased for just $173 a month.
Or lease a new 2016 Nissan Rogue for only $194 a month.
Want to buy? Get 0% APR financing for up to 72 months.
With over 300 new vehicles in stock, finding the perfect Nissan has never been easier.
Hurry in before the Fall Frenzy ends at Montgomeryville Nissan,
Where Steve says,
sell them!
Alexis is in a rough spot.
I'm 21. I have lupus. I was homeless. I have a 1-year-old and I'm pregnant now.
As you can imagine, she appreciated the Victory Church folks putting her up in this RV on the back of their property.
We want to stand up for her because there's nobody else to stand up for her.
Standing up for Alexis could get expensive, though. Kent County officials just left this letter out front saying the church isn't zoned to let homeless people stay here. If the church doesn't act quickly, it's possible they could be fined $100 per day. The county has told the church they can apply for rezoning to make this land some sort of a legal campground status. The church says it's pretty expensive for them to try to go down that path. They're hoping they can work out some sort of compromise with the county before all the fines start flying. The county sent me some paperwork about the church's options. This, by the way, is the same church we told you about that wants to build a neighborhood of tiny houses here to help people out of homelessness. Many neighbors are clearly against that plan, saying the church doesn't have enough control of people who stay there. The church says, at least in Alexis's case, they're on her side, not the neighbors.
We have to choose at some point in time as believers who we're going to stand for and help, and we're not against them. We're just choosing, hey, we need to help this person more than we need to be at, pleasing to you.
Church leaders want to change laws so they can have more flexibility with their own land, and Alexis, her wish is simple.
I want a stable place to stay.
In Dover, Tim Furlong, NBC 10 News.
Kent County, Delaware, proving once again that the state has no interest in helping people. The state of Delaware is attacking a pastor who would dare attempt to help the homeless. Pastor Aaron Appling of Victory Church West in Dover is being threatened with a $100 per day fine by county officials for allowing a 21-year-old homeless woman to live in an RV in the back of the church property. Because Appling didn't go through the right channels of extortion and get his own property approved by the government to do with it what he wishes, officials are promising to extort him. According to NBC Philadelphia, Kent County officials sent Appling a letter stating his church isn't zoned to let homeless people stay on the property. The letter warns that if the church doesn't act quickly, they could be fined $100 a day. To be clear, a fine is backed by the threat of violence from the state for non-payment. If Appling continues to be a good Samaritan by providing a woman with shelter and refuses to pay the $100 per day fine, he will receive a visit from armed agents of the state demanding payment. If Appling refuses to pay the extortion fees to these armed agents, they will attempt to kidnap and cage him. If Appling resists his kidnappers, he will have violence enacted against him, and he could be legally killed. Alexis Sims, a 21-year-old homeless mom who is battling lupus, has nowhere to go, and the state is attempting to take the only thing she has positive in her life right now, Pastor Appling's kindness. We want to stand up for her, Appling said. Because there is nobody else to stand up for her. Because the state needs to have a piece of red tape and a related fee declaring the church property a campground, Sims could soon find herself back on the street. Again, to be clear, by rezoning Appling's own property as a campground, nothing actually changes. This is simply a means by which the state can collect money from its citizens. According to NBC Philadelphia, while county officials said the church can apply for rezoning to make the land a campground, Appling says it would be too expensive. He's hoping the church and the county can reach a compromise before the fines begin. Helping a homeless mother is not the only crime the church has been accused of either. Last month, Appling announced a plan to build multiple tiny homes on his property to provide shelter for those in need. And, again, their good deed was quickly swatted down by the bureaucratic hand of government. The good news is, the church is showing no signs of backing down. Instead of paying the fees, They are seeking to change the law entirely to put an end to such a tyrannical practice. We wish them luck in their endeavors. We have to choose at some point in time as believers who we're going to stand for and help, Appling said. We're not against them, we're just choosing we need to help this person more than we need to be pleasing to you. Read more at http://thefreethought project.com/pastor-finds-homeless-church-property/#koi6dtr5pzrdj2.99